All right, what up, homeboys and homegirls? It's Coach Jakes back with another chemistry video to make your chemistry life easy. We hope, at least. All right, on this video, we're going to talk about Boyle's law, which is one of the gas laws you should be learning about in class. In Boyle's law, we're examining the relationship between pressure and volume. All right, the pressure is going to be dependent on the volume. So as volume changes, pressure should change. Okay, again, remember most of these laws are like ones and twos. So you're going to be looking at a before and after, or an initial and a final. All right, now this one right here, this is our before. Our initial, we have 10 liters of gas, all right, and it has a pressure of 2 atmospheres, right? So what we're saying is we're going to take this 10 liters of gas. See, I put 10 dots for 10 liters. Well, that's moles, but we'll get to that. And we're going to move all that over and then cut it off into a 5-liter container, right? So we're saying that if the gas goes from a 10-liter container to a 5-liter container, then the pressure will go from 2 atmospheres to 4, because less space, same amount of gas is going to equal more pressure. All right. So as our volume decreased, our pressure increased, and this would be the same if it was the opposite way. So we flipped it, it would be the opposite way. So we say that this is inversely, I hope I spelled it right, inversely proportional All right, so inversely proportional, and that gives us this formula right here. So P1V1 equals P2V2. So as one goes up, the other one goes down. They are inversely proportional. Inverse means opposite. Proportional means they still they're going to change in the same proportion, at the same ratio. So this one cut in half. When the volume cut in half, our pressure doubled. All right, and it'd be the opposite way. And so now we got 2 practice problems. I'm going to load a worksheet on my website, a full page of practice problems, because sometimes 2 practice problems just isn't enough. So we're going to work that out for you. All right. So looking at practice problem number 1, it says a cylinder of 7.6 liters. That's important. We know that's going to be a volume. Has a gas at a pressure of 3.8 atmosphere. We know that's important. That's going to be a pressure. If the cylinder is compressed, all right, so that means it's going to change from this to that 4 liters. So this is going to be our V2. That makes this our V1. And since these two were together, that's going to make this our P1, because it says this liter, this volume at a pressure of this. So those go together. All right, then it says, what is the resulting pressure? So we're looking for the resulting pressure, or the after, which is going to be our P2 of the gas. All right, so we're going to lay out our variables, P1V1, P2V2. Okay, we know that P1 was 3.8 atmosphere. Sorry, coming. We know that our V1 is 7.6 liters. We know P2 is our X, because that's what we're looking for, and V2 is 4.4 liters. All right, then we're going to use our formula. Our formula is P1V1 equals P2V2. And then we're just going to plug in for our numbers. So P1 is 3.8. V1 is 7.6. P2 is X, and V2 is 4.4 if you need to put that in parentheses. Then you just multiply these two, divide by 4. And so your P2 should equal 6.5636. All right, now we got to go look at significant figures if your teacher cares. Not everybody does, but if you're taking advanced, that's kind of off. Oh my God. I better. Yeah. My bad. All right, but if you're taking advanced, then they're going to probably care 6 figs. So 2, 2, and 2. So we're going to keep 6.5. The 6 is going to round the 5 up. So this will really be equal to 6.6 ATM. And that would be our answer. Good. Hope so. All right. All right, number 2. All right, we have a 2-liter bottle. All right, so it already starts us with 2 liters. We know that's going to be a volume. Contains a gas with a pressure of 760 torr. So we know this V and P go together. when the gas is transferred, so it's moving. So if it's moving, this means this is going to be our initial and our initial. To a new bottle, the pressure changes to 50 torr. So this is going to be our P2. It says what's the volume? So we're looking for V2 of the new bottle. So we got P1, V1, P2, V2. Okay, so all right, there we go. I gotta adjust the camera and the whiteboard are not proportional. So P1 we said was 760. V1 is 2. P2 is 50. Oh, I should have wrote those in red. My bad. Let me go back. Because it started even looking crazy to me. Ooh. $760. Our V1 is 2. Our P2 is 50. And our V2 is X. Using the same formula, P1 V1 equals P2 V2. All right, then we just plug in our numbers. P1 is 760 times V1, which is 2, equals P2, which is 50. All right, and then our V2 is just X. So you multiply and then divide, and you should get what X equals 30.4. All right, now going sig figs, I got 1, I got 2, and we have 1. So this answer can only have 1 sig fig. So our answer would be, we'll keep the 3. So we're gonna keep the 0, but we're not really keeping the 0. We're just keeping the 3 and making sure our place value is right. So because the 3 is in the tens place, everything else had to be a 0. So that would end up being 30. All right, and that's volume, so that would be 30 liters. All right, again, that 0 is not significant because there's not a decimal behind it. If there was a decimal here, then that 0 would be significant, but no decimal, that's not significant. Only significant digit is the 3. All right, and that is Boyle's law. All right, again, relationship between pressure and volume. As one goes up, the other one goes down. So it makes them inversely proportional. All right, and then even here, we can make sure our answers make sense, right? Because we said our V1 went from 7.6 to 4.4, so our volume went down. So that means our pressure should go up, and it went from 3.8 to 6.6. So that means we probably did good math here. And then the same for here. Our pressure started at 760 and went down. So that means our volume should go up because it's inversely proportional, and it went from 2 to 30. It's a big jump, but that was a huge reduction in pressure. So that all makes sense. All right. So again, hey, like this video, follow. IG finna start popping. YouTube finna be popping. We got some worksheets coming. Full worksheet. You can get a whole bunch of practice if you need it, because sometimes 1 or 2 examples, it's not enough. All right. But be on the lookout for that. Tell somebody and tell somebody to tell somebody to tell somebody about chemistry with Coach Jakes. Peace.